Okay, so without any delays, I'll introduce myself. Myself, Anindra, and I'm based out of Singapore. I working with Avistoki. It's a platinum consulting partner company with Salesforce, and I'm a technology head within Avistoki. I oversee all the delivery, solutioning, and customer experience within Avistoki. And again, today, I would like to thank for an opportunity, especially to Swati, Kathy, and Anurag, to talking on this session, Kolkata Wit. I know few groups, but Kolkata Wit is one of my favorite. And then Wit group is doing definitely a lot of things, and I would really appreciate for all the folks who are doing a great job for the community. And yeah, I think that's it from my side. And today our session is marketing cloud tracking and reporting, which eventually everybody understand. So what tracking reporting can be done within marketing cloud, and you can discover some email campaign metrics, performance results, as well as some ad hoc and automated reports as well. Okay, we can talk about all these options, and again showcase step by step demos as well. But definitely it will give some good glimpse for you to learn something on marketing cloud and to achieve your career for different states. Okay. So today our agenda is a quite full packed agenda. I can start with how to analyze your email campaign and which are the best KPIs, different ways to track your emails and creation of reports and scheduling inside Salesforce Marketing Cloud. I'm going to showcase what are all the out of the box reports available in Salesforce Marketing Cloud and how to create the report and how to schedule it. Okay. And we can talk about some best practices on UTM parameters. I'm going to showcase the parameter manager is one of the cool feature in Marketing Cloud, which you could leverage to track all your ETM parameters. And on top of it, we can talk about a cool job link feature. Job link feature is the one which can definitely helpful for adaptive campaigns that you people designed for many of the enterprise customers. That I'm going to talk about how it can work. And on top, if any questions and answers, I can happy to help you at the end of the session. Okay. So let's go to the session. Let's talk about foundations, right? The foundations. What do you think in marketing cloud? So every person, the foundations is really important to learn. If you're starting career, or if you're a mid of career, or you're really good enterprise solution engineer or a chief engineer for many enterprise companies, but foundations are really important. So we need to understand what kind of tracking metrics for reporting analytics can be leveraged inside marketing cloud. So that's what the foundations we can start with, right? So in typical marketing cloud, so we have a tracking and extracts available. The tracking, you see an option called tracking here. So it'll give an option for managing all your reporting analytics. So it will track all your engagement data with your messages. Engagement data, nothing but your multi-channel metrics, opens, clicks, and forward to a friend, and surveys, job links, and all the fancy bounce rates, delivery rates, and many other multi-channel metrics. And there is another metrics where I think this is not sufficient as you're working with the big companies, right? Ultimately, the question comes up with the big enterprise companies. Hey, Funny, I want to bring last 30 days of my entire data of subscribers data, unsubscribers data, and can you leverage some data views to connect multiple queries and then build some more analytics, right? So can you include some custom attributes in data extensions and try to fetch the data and just check it out what went wrong, what are all the brand metrics, last 6 years brand metrics, last 7 years brand metrics, right? Last 6 months brand metrics, all those things. Of course, data views only support for last 6 months. It won't give you more than that. So I'm just giving a high level heads up. When anyone asks you, I want last 1 year, 2 years data, I think you can every quarter you could pull the data from marketing cloud and then put it in your Google Sheets and then play some data around it. Or else move the data to any other Einstein platform. I can showcase the best architecture practices, how to connect this marketing cloud data to multiple systems to manage your data, along with the tracking what out of the box has been giving you. So it has an option. It has one more option that's called data extract activity, which could extract all the tracking activity data, and then we can capture in SQL tables, and you could do some kind of a data manipulations using third-party generation tool. That is what I'm talking about. So you could integrate Marketing Cloud with WCRM, bring the data of engagement into Tableau, build a sophisticated data for longer terms, and you have an option to bring the data. It's a Datarama is one of the tool where it automatically captures your data, and then it will generate the 24 hours metrics for you. So it will generate last 24-hour metrics. It's not real time again. It will take a 24 hours of time and then generate a metrics for you for your email, and email and SMS also comes into the picture. Yeah. So the tracking, see here how to navigate tracking, typical basic tracking. Anybody want to go the foundations of Marketing Cloud. So it's a tracking. Number one option, you have to go to the email studio. You have to click on tracking, and you have an option to click on send. You see all the send activities. Once you open any one of the send, let's suppose if you done test sends, or if you done journey trigger sends, or if you done journey builder sends, so you have an option to check each and everything, and you'll get the same kind of an option. I'm going to showcase that, not a problem. So this is the basic foundations for everyone can go and then check the first tracking activity inside Marketing Cloud. Let's go to the demo. So hope you're able to see my screen, right? If I'm asking wrong, can someone mention? Can you see my screen? Thank you. Okay, let's go. I've already logged in. So let me start with again. I'm logging into Marketing Cloud. So I have an option here. And at the top, I have an option email, mobile, social, advertising, and all. As you're all aware of it, these are all the multiple products inside Marketing Cloud. And I have an option to go to the email. Let's go to the email. Okay. And once I clicked on email, I have an option here. So let's go to the tracking. Okay. Let's go to the tracking. Here you have an option called sends. Just click on sends. This is the foundation for everyone to go what kind of sends you have done. You see here, mass sends, single sends, test sends, trigger sends, journey sends, your A/B testing, your reports. If you want to export some reports in Marketing Cloud, let's suppose I want to export email send summary report, subscriber reports, email reports, tracking reports, right? So you have so many reports available here which you could leverage and do some kind of a stats as well. You could perform some analysis and then get to know what kind of reports available. But I'll talk about the best practices as well, what kind of best practices available as well. Okay. So you see here, I've clicked on my tracking. Under my tracking, I have so many job IDs. Every send inside Marketing Cloud is captured as a job ID, and inside job ID you can see the name of the template. If I can go about one template, let me take about this. So today I've tried with this, and here you have an option to look at what kind of data is available on this template. So there are total sends, how many number of sends, and on top of which you will see the delivery rate. So you have an option called hard bounce, soft bounce, black bounce, and delivered. So you have multiple reasons for each and every bounce, and you can look at these material inside Marketing Cloud as well. The hard bounce is something which is completely stopped by your whenever you send an email, and sometimes your email ID is wrong, and sometimes where your IP is not warmed up, and then your IP is not a dedicated IP, you're just leveraging your from name. So that will give you some kind of a block bounce options as well. Soft bounce is something where your internal server admins are not allowing you the SFMC IPs, so they're softly bouncing, softly stopping the email that are coming to the Salesforce from Marketing Cloud. So you have an option with open rate, performance of your email, forward to friend activity, or unengaged subscribers, the people who are not unengaging, the email deliver but they're not opening an email, and you see the inbox activity as well, friend activity with opens, you have a clicks, forwards, conversions, and surveys as well. And on top you have a click activity which you see under template that gives you how many number of click activities has been done, right? So So you need a patience when you work with Marketing Cloud. That's the first thing that you have to learn. It's very, very needed. So you can see email overlay view. It's something which you can talk about on each and every overlay that you have designed your content, your links, and all the stuff. So you will get an option where if person clicked on this, it will give you the progression rate of each and every activity that what the subscribers has been done. Right? The same way we see conversions. Conversions are nothing but the persons who opens emails and all the stuff. You can take a look here as well. So there's no conversation data for this sense, but you'll get an option to get the conversation data, and you have an option to export this data as well. If you want, you can click on export. So you click on export, you'll have an option to see as a browser, and you have an option called email attachment as well. So from here as well, you have an option to go and then look at the data in a browser. And as an option, you have an option to go and then send an email as well to your email ID and click on export. Right? So not only this, not only for these kind of conversions, you have an options. You have an option to go and then track opens, clicks, everything that you can export as well. You can just, I'll take this as an example of, let's me take this. I don't have much test data in order to showcase, but let me show something. So let's suppose here I have two hard bounds, right? I've just clicked on this hard bounds. It'll take me to a hard bounds, which include the reason of hard bounds as well for the subscribers. So I have two emails where it shows as address is not existing in the domain, recipient domain does not exist, right? So these two things where I've clicked on it and then I have an option to export all as well. So any action inside Marketing Cloud under reporting, under tracking, so you have an option to go and then choose a respective people, first name, last name, email address, and then you can choose an option here. You want a tab limited, XML or CSV, and then you can choose your email address. You can add a number of addresses and then click on export, so that you'll get a file with CSV format of total bounds, reason, and all the details. And then you could hand over it to your management team to understand what went wrong in terms of setting up the org or setting up your IPs or anything that went wrong. So they'll take care of it. So like this, my track activity will help you out to give the basic foundations of your email send and give you the basic details about the complete multi-channel management metrics inside Marketing Cloud. Okay. So let's go back to this presentation. So you see the common tracking using use cases, right? So everybody thinking about, so can you spell about some marketing challenges that what you have faced and what is the best tracking solution that we need to go and adopt? Okay. A customer, an e-commerce customer came to me saying that, so I need to identify unengaged subscribers, right? So you sent 10,000 emails in a data extension, and the people are not responding. You see a 30% of conversion rate, and nobody is interacting or clicking or anything. They're not opening any emails. So what you can do is probably a tracking solution. You can create a list from tracking data, the one which I've shown you, right? You can click on the conversion and then export those kind of a personas, find out what went wrong with them. Okay. Another challenge were re-engage those who didn't open or who clicked but did not take next action. So this is something where I copy subscribers into a list. So this is something where you want to re-engage those people who are not open, right? So let's think about it. You're in a different industry. Why they are not re-engaging with you? Might be look at their purchasing data in an e-commerce platform. Look at their interactions with Interaction Studio. What kind of tracking data that they're doing it? What kind of interaction they have done? What is their affinity profile, right? Let's look into it, and then an option in Marketing Cloud which you can copy the entire subscribers into a list as well, right? So you have many options in Marketing Cloud. I'm not talking about on a high level email tracking, but you could check your engagement data with multiple channels. You could look at the respective customers. If you have an Interaction Studio, I believe you could use his touch point, use his offline online data to find out what exactly went wrong with this guy. At the same time, you can have a e-commerce data, the loyalty data which is available from B2C commerce. You can bring the data and then find out what went wrong. Just give me 1 second. I think. Sorry. And there are some address deliverability issues which you could export bounds region and bounds description, the one which I've showcased recently. And if you want to need to use a tracking data outside of Marketing Cloud, so you have a best option to export subscriber tracking data as well, right? So you have these many marketing challenges which you have a solution for tracking, and it's again a point-and-click configuration. You don't need require any automations to apply as well. It's a basic use cases that everybody can follow. There are some tricks or the tips for tracking. First of all, once we have to understand the data for tracking, so everybody need to understand the tracking data, saying that what are all the sort sends. So you can sort sends into folders by type, like test sends, trigger sends, or ABB test sends. So you see, whenever I clicked on tracking, right, you see multiple options in the left hand side. When I go to see, you can see multiple options in left hand side. Under tracking, you see mass send, single send, trigger sends, journey sends, A/B testing. Under this, you see multiple send option you have. So for each and every stage, every activity of tracking, you have a plenty of options. You have to go and then look at the data of the subscribers. At the same time, so your tracking data stays in your accounts as long as account exists. It's something like where question comes, funny, I purchased a new Marketing Cloud arc, and I would like to migrate some of my subscriber data back to second Marketing Cloud arc. So there are plenty of options we have to manage those kind of data. But however, whenever you delete any subscriber from the Marketing Cloud, their entire tracking data will be removed, irrespective of what you do. So the best solution that what we can offer you is something which you could export a monthly kind of a data and then put it in a Tableau or put it in any other solutions, what I can say, DMP platform, or use any other CDP platform to store the data back to your Sales Cloud or Service Cloud. The other information, click rate higher than open rate. Of course, the question comes. I see many Trailblazer community questions saying that there's fluctuations in the click rate versus open rate. So of course it is, because open rate works only at the tracking pixels in your emails. It's because if a user has the images turned off, it will not consider as an opened. And this could cause clicks to be higher than opens as well. So there are plenty of reasons that you can go and then take a look in documentation. But on a high level, I can give you an option. If a user has images turned off, let's imagine that will not consider as an opened. Make sure you have to turn on your images, then only it will be considered as a proper click. Okay. So the other question, what counts are delivered when an email is only counted as delivered when there is not a bounce receipt? Of course, yes. Right. So you have a soft bounce, hard bounce, black bounce, and other bounce activities. But anyone considered as a bounce, it's bounce only. It never considered as a delivered action. And as I said, tracking pixels in your emails, right? So if you're using HTML based creating email templates, right, make sure you have to check the track email opens checkbox at the beginning of the email creation process. I'll show you that. Otherwise, you have to add the code by clicking the insert button besides the tracking field as well. These are tips definitely I would recommend everybody can follow, so that you will get the plenty of good data to understand your tracking data. Otherwise, there are things will definitely comes up and you'll nudge the questions, right? Of course, community will help you out, but you have to post your screenshot. You have to you have to put some perfect comments or questions, your Trailblazer community questions. Then only we can understand what exactly went wrong, right? So that's how the tracking works. So there are some of the tracking extract use cases. So we have an option called tracking extract as well. So there are some marketing challenges where if a subscriber identify not receiving emails due to some invalid address, too many bounces. So what is the solution for you? So you can use a not send tracking extract. So there are some extract activities. I can showcase that. Let me showcase and come back to this slide so that it'll happy to help you out. So we have an option here, attribute by tracking event, and you see subscriber engagement. And you could see some tracking reports here as well. Here a test summary, accounts and summary. So these are all one of the best reports which you could quickly leverage and identify the cause that what your business is asking for. Microsites, and you see regional performance reports, triggers and reports, and you can build some custom reports as well that we can talk about in the later slides. Okay. So let me go back to slide. Right. So there are some marketing challenges where I want to say the granular detail of clicks, unique by URL, unique click by email. So you could leverage click tracking activity, tracking extract, see more detail for open, like unique opens and infed opens and all the stuff. So there are some marketing challenges using track extract activity, but I can showcase. Apart from the one that I've showcased you, I'll give you one more option that you could extract the data from automation as well. Because as a person, I'm more keen to build an automation platform rather than a person can go to the track activity and then click down all the time and export that data. So it'll take a plenty of clicks, right? But we need to give an option to a marketer. No need to log in with your platform, or everything will be automated to your email. I'll give an option how it can be worked out. Okay. So these are some of the tracking extract use cases, and this is how it looked like. Some of the example of click extract, link level engagement across your emails. It'll show your client ID, sender ID, subscriber key, email address, some other parameters as well. So I can showcase how to build an automation activity using track extract, the extract activity, and how to get the data, because this is really important. Let's take an example, guys. Okay. So the example is I'm one of the biggest financial company. Okay, so my daily subscriber count is 57 millions. Okay, daily I have 57 million conversations is going to be happening inside Marketing Cloud. However, I need to understand at the end of the stage, end of the day, I would like to send all the engagement data back to one of the database platform. Maybe either it is a Snowflake, maybe either it is a different SQL system or any other FTP options. So what is the best option that you could send back all your engagement data, irrespective it's an email, SMS, or any other? So what is the best option for you to automate the solution to give you every day 57 million subscriber engagement data back to Snowflake or any other databases? So the best option that everybody thinks about, it's an automation, right? So what typically it works as, so this is a tracking extract activity that can be leveraged inside automation platform. So make sure you have to go with the considerations in order to leverage the tracking extract activity. And you can just click on the automation studio activities. You can click on a create activity, and then there are some plenty of activities available which you could use: schedule, data extract, and file transfer activity. And you can configure the columns with instructions and run the test, and then you could start sending the data back to downstream systems. FTP is the only option because Snowflake and other systems are equally connected to FTP. Every system is connected to FTP nowadays. So it's easy for us to manage and send this automation data, engagement data back to FTP. From FTP, the enterprise systems will take. So typically how it works is in a diagrammatical way. So let me showcase how it works. So I have my SFMC. So all my engagement data. So what I can do is I'll have a scenario where I have 57 million subscribers are sitting in this SFMC. 3 million subscribers sitting in SFMC, and daily you send an email, so the engagement data will sit under Marketing Cloud, and I'll build an automations. And within the automations, I have an option to use some SQL query activities, because the high level requirements normally comes team. So every enterprise company comes with, I want to add some data views. I want to leverage data views with local DE fields, custom fields. So they have to combine these queries with data views and then build some more common fields. Let's suppose country field, or any other brand, or any other therapeutic area, or any other loyalty points. All these fields are the custom fields. So Marketing Cloud out of the box reports won't give you the custom field data, unless like Sales Cloud. You have a drag and drop in Sales Cloud which you can get the data, but in Marketing Cloud you'll not get you'll not get any of the out of the box reporting data using custom fields. You have to build a data views using a SQL query activities, and then you have to use your left join outer joins to matches with the local DE fields, and then bring the data. So once you bring the data, you have to leverage your data extract activity. So you could perform your data extract activities. And after that, you could use your FTP options, file transfer activity. Maybe if you are really keen for the enterprise systems, definitely go with the encryption level. So enable PGP and GPG level encryption, and then transfer your data to SFTP into a folder, into an outgoing folder, so that the enterprise companies like a databases, not only this, I can say Postgres, you can see Snowflake, SQL, or any other enterprise systems, or you can look at nowadays we got a AWS connection. So in the same activities, you will have an option called AWS as well, AWS connector. So now for plenty of options for the databases now, PostgreSQL, Snowflake, and SQL. So here people can go and then pick this file from the SFTP, and they'll get the data. They'll send back this data to your analytics platform. Either if they have any internal Tableau platform like Tableau or any other data visualization platform that they would like to go with. But I'll still believe if anyone have a WCRM, so I would strongly recommend to directly connect with the WCRM. So you have Tableau, so it's the best option. You have a connectors available from Salesforce WCRM, nothing but Analytics Studio. So there's a connector available. You can directly connect to your marketing cloud, bring the engagement data, and and you can store it in multiple data sets. Put it in multiple data sets, and then build some visualization with the complete dashboard and all the stuff. So if you go with the enterprise level things, so this is the one. If the person doesn't have Tableau, again, in enterprise company, so this is the only option that what you have. So again, this is the entire system that everybody can work with normally. So this is the way that every enterprise companies go with the pure encryption, and they can talk with. Some of the companies has two-level encryption as well. One level through marketing cloud, because you are sending this entire data back to safe house, right? And the other option, people will really think about it. They'll include one more layer, one more encryption layer. Might be they'll use some IBM platforms to talk to SFTP versus downstream databases. So they act as a proper encryption platform to talk to SFTP and talk to Postgres. So it's all how you design your solution with the proper security structure, because financial companies, pharma companies, they have a higher PI data, they have higher techniques and proper encryption levels. I would recommend to go with this option if you have an enterprise level architecture. If you're okay with small level of data to store your engagement data after 6 months, I would recommend this. Use WCRM if you have a product again, or else there's one more option. You can extract the data on monthly basis. You could build an automation. I could showcase that how it looked like. Okay. Hope you got some information on this. Some of the use cases, how it works for the enterprise companies to bring the engagement data back to their analytics or visualization platforms. Okay, let's go back, and I'll go to the automation. I'll build some simple automation how a data extract activity can help you out to send the data back to your managers email inboxes. Okay, let's go to the journey builder. So after this, I'll take a pass and I'll answer all the questions if anyone has any. I'll just go to the automation. I'm going to build an automation with my schedule automation. So my requirement, I would like to send every Sunday, every weekday. Okay, I'll put every weekday of maybe a Sunday, starting every weekday. It'll never end at 12 o'clock. I would like to automatically run this automation. Okay, because it would every Sunday at the 12 o'clock, my manager want to receive an email on the weekly engagement data. Okay, I clicked on done, and I'll use data extract activity. Just click on drag and drop, click on choose, and so I created one data extract activity. But I can showcase how to look. Click on create new data extract activity. Put some last 30 days of engagement data. Engagement data, and you can put some description for managing other people, and for put the file naming pattern. So I'll just put some file naming pattern here, and how do you want to extract the entire activity. So here you have so many options. The zip contains the channel address, tracking extract, convert XML, gzip, audio trial access, XML, enhanced FTP, data extract extension activity. So for data extract activity, so in order to get the all the extract that what you would like to see, you have to click on tracking extract, and then you have to go to the next. So once you click on tracking extracts, you will get an option here. You will see what kind of activities you want. So I'll specifically look at, uh, I don't want this. I want unsubscribers. I want subscribers data. How many subscribers came to my marketing cloud system on a weekly basis. I can see my sends opens, and I don't want survey opens. I want my test sends as well. I want to include my URLs, unique URLs, unique opens, unique clicks, and yes, pretty much that's it. So here you have an option here. You can choose last 30 days data, the date range, the rolling range. When do you want? You could maximum take the last 90 days of data from the data extracts, but I'll keep the 30 days. And after this, let's leave it the fields as is. You don't need to do anything. And if you are on a time zone which your manager is sitting, just set up the time zone accordingly based on the requirement. Once you set up this, and you can click on next, you see you have so many options here. You can use a lot of options in order to choose. And then once you click on next, so you'll have an option to see here all the extract fields from the last 30 days. As I said, you will get whatever the files you choose, you get all the data like this. If you have unique link data, this is a link data. You'll get a subscribers. You'll get total 7 to 8 files that what you selected as a part of a CSV. Right? So I selected bounces. So 2, 3. So I've selected 4 to 5, right? So I'll get 4 to 5 CSV files, and clicked on finish. So once I run it, so what I can do is I'll leverage the file transfer activity. So here, ultimate goal is to send this entire information, because there are sometimes, guys, you can't able to export the data with a permissible range. So if the data is more than some certain MB, I really don't exactly the number of MB, but Salesforce Marketing Cloud won't give you an option. I can showcase that at the time of scheduling the email reports. But let me complete this. Yeah, the file transfer options. You can choose a file transfer. Click on new file transfer activity. Put send this to Snowflake. So here I have an option called your manage file. Manage file, you can see an enhanced FTP directory, which is the Salesforce Marketing Cloud one. So you don't need to bother about this. Primarily, people will leverage this, but as per my use case here, I'm gonna pick it up. Safehouse will give you an option to securely send the data with PGP and GPG keys, because you have an option called encrypted. So here you'll get an option to leverage PGP or GPG keys to secure data. In order to leverage this, you have to use your encrypted file, because if you want to leverage these keys, the third party guy who will extract your activity, they'll provide you the keys. You could set it up these keys under file management under Marketing Cloud, and after that you'll automatically see the encryption keys here. So put your naming pattern here. Once you put your naming pattern, and then if you just clicked on next, so you'll give an option. Let me put some naming pattern. So I chose this because, of course, I don't want this now because I don't have any key available because I've not set up any key in the marketing cloud under file management. So once you set up your file name and choose your destination, exact target enhanced FTP, and here you'll get an option here to go and then click on finish. So once you click on finish, you have an option to go and then save this, and automatically once you save and run it, every weekend on starting with 12 a.m. this every weekdays as well that what I've selected. So based on automation schedule, it automatically run and then send the data back to RFTP folder. And from RFTP folder, people can leverage and send this data back to their internal databases, or they could export and they could do some sort of stuff, Excel visualizations as well. So this is an option. There's one more option to extract the data from a marketing cloud. And you have one more option where if you want, you have a data extract activity and you don't want file transfer, but you want to send an email activity, right? Or you could leverage some SQL filters activity as well. So you could use some data views to build your SQL activity and click on new query activity. So just put the query, put the properties, put the query, and then choose your target data extension to store the data back to Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So you could leverage that as well. And the other things, if you want to leverage to send an email internally of all the engagement data, you could leverage an email activity using a send email option, and then you could perform that activity as well. So like this, you could manage your data extract activities and send this data back to multiple downstream systems for a data visualization, right? Let's go back to the presentation. So we're done with the demo. So let's look at the standard reporting options. But before I go into the standard reporting options, I'll see if anyone has any questions.
Yes, Vinend, we have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Kedar, I can take you through them. Kedar is saying, what if email get bounced? Then does SFMC will try to send email again or not? And what would be frequency? What would be its frequency?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, of course, Marketing Cloud will attempt again and again until the next 72 hours. It seems. I don't know the exact count, but it'll take the last 72 hours of data, the last 24 hours. I need to check it out, but I know it's the last 72 hours. It will keep trying the data, and then it will finally marked as bounce. So that's the time limit that what the frequency does. But I know for SMS, it'll take the carrier will take approximately last 48 to 72 hours, and after that, SMS will tag as undelivered.
Great. Thank you. Then we have Saurabh. He says, can we track if button consists email instead of URL?
Can we track if button consists email instead of URL? Yes, Saurabh, you can do that. Inside the button also, you will embed the link, right? So that I can showcase how it look like. I'll showcase that how that linked activity will be tracked inside the button as well. Let me showcase that. The next question, how can we access Safe House? It's a good question. So Safe House, you have an access. So you can go to the file management first of all to manage the Safe House concepts. So to go to your settings. My org is little, it's a kind of a demo org. I don't have much options with all these options. So first of all, in order to manage your safe house, your keys needs to be managed. You have to enable your key management, your PGP keys. You click on create. And here you will get an option to enter the key that what your third party is going to provide you. It's a symmetric key, initialization vector, IV, salt, SS for metadata, SSH. So these kind of keys are available. In order to leverage your safe house, you have an option in Marketing Cloud that I can send you some instructions. Probably after this demo, you can go and then set it up as well. But this is initially required in order to access your safe house.
Great. Faran, there is one more question from Lokesh. He's looking for a Marketing Cloud practice org.
Great. Okay. Lokesh, unfortunately, there is no other way that you can get a Marketing Cloud org for a practice unless you are a partner with Salesforce. Let's suppose your company is partnering with Salesforce. There is an option called go to your partner learning camp. There is support cases. You can apply a support case, raise a support case with the partner community team, asking for the org creation, org activation, and then mention the marketing cloud org you want. Then automatically they'll provision an org for your company, not for yourself. And then probably you can get your org credentials from your company. How can fresher practice SFMC? Okay, it's a good question. That's how the real challenge, Ashwin. Uh, there's no org available for marketing cloud, unfortunately, because I can tell you there is a plenty of background involved in this marketing cloud access. It's I can't able to explore much. Basically, I don't know whether the audiences will not understand or not. But it's a big concept of combination of AWS cloud and the combination of Azure, combination of Salesforce. So there are plenty of clouds involved, and I don't think so. Marketing cloud will get a fresh practice or for you to practice. But if your company is a partnering with Salesforce, reach out to your partner manager to provide an access on the marketing cloud so that you could try yourself. Any other questions?
I think we don't have. We can start.
Okay,
Go with
thank you.
standard.
Yeah, let's go to this. Well, so now you understand the basics of foundations of send the tracking activities and extract activity as well. So I can say the best, not me, whoever the architects or anything. So they would follow the same practice. We won't have any other practice as well. So if enterprise companies follow this, and if you have a WCRM, follow this, and there are people who can leverage normal export activity to store the files back to their local systems. So these are all ideal use cases that what I can talk about it. Let's go and then see what are all the standard reports available in Marketing Cloud. Okay, let's go. So what are all the standard reporting options we have in Marketing Cloud? So what are the shortcuts? What are the catalogs? What are all the categories, sends, and Sales Cloud reports? Okay. So standard reports in Marketing Clouds. So we are again going back to the basics. So you have an options under reports. Click on Analytics Builder and reports. So there are 50 plus out of the box reports available, which reports and subscribers, email tracking, and you will get email data, mobile connect data, mobile push, SMS, and multiple channel data. And there are some pre-built templated reports for journeys, email, mobile, social, and ads as well. And it can be automated, schedule, exported, or sent an email as well. Okay. There are some common reporting use cases, right? So there are some challenges where typical people will come saying that, hey, funny, I want to see all my emails sent for the past 30 days. What is a standard report? I can't send summary. So why does my referring site traffic from email marketing decrease on Saturday? So you have a performance over time with the domain wise. And why does my list size keep shrinking? So you can use list performance over time. And what is my highest performing segmentations? How can I track a subscriber or set up subscribers? You could leverage subscriber engagement reports. So you have a challenge and you have a solution as well, right? And let's go to the demo and I can showcase how it look like standard reports, how to access as well. You have to go to the email. Let's go back to the email. Or you're blind. I mean, simply you have an option as well inside your email. You will get an option called Analytics Builder. Directly, you'll get an option as well, Analytics Builder. Just click on reports. So here it is. You will get complete catalog, categories, and channels, the different kind of reports. I'll see the overview option. You see report shortcuts. You see the report shortcuts, whatever the shortcuts you want to access quickly in order to leverage activity. Just click on add shortcut. And then from here, you can choose what kind of you want. Just click on done. It'll automatically give you a shortcut option. And after that, you'll have an option again. So if you delete this, then only you'll get another option to add a shortcut, because maximum 4 you can add the shortcuts. And apart from this, you can see the report catalogs with email, cloud pages, journey builder, contacts, MC administration, mobile push as well. So mine SMS is not enabled. Because of that, you will not see the SMS here. A kind of some SMS other report catalogs. And you have an option here to look at the catalog. Under report catalog, you can see multiple report names with a description. And when I clicked on all, when I clicked on business value with customer acquisition, I'll see the list of the customer acquisitions with push, and a couple of email and push activity reports as well. So based on the business value, it automatically give you an option to go and then check it out. If you want to see the channel wise, contacts, email, I want to pick some email. So I want to send account send summary report. So I'll click on create report, just a point and click. You can pick the last 30 days data, and you could use exclude single sends, exclude job where tracking is suppressed, time zone, put the culture code, click on submit. So once you click on submit, it automatically generates the report. Normally it will give you a preview option how your data look like. So it's been running. So once the data comes, you have an option to see here. You can see you can save as this report internally your system, or else you have an option to send an email to your email ID as well. You could put some file name, account, send summary. Give your email address. If you want more email addresses, just add some more email addresses with semicolon and put some subject, and you can have a format with CSV and with different UTF formats. Click on save. Once you click on save, automatically an email will go to your email ID with the CSV file. So this way you could send any report your email. The other ways around, you could have an option to schedule your reports as well. So it is just a thing, you can just click on edit. And if I want some more data where from the last 60 days or last 24 hours of data, okay, and I don't want this report, let me pick some other reports. I'll go to the catalog. I'll take maybe email performance, email send report. So I'm going to use the last 30 days of email send report with, I want to pick week. So the report has been generating. So I have an option here at the send summary report with my account. So I see only 3 sends has been done from the last 12/23 to 1/2 on a weekly basis for the last 30 days. So here I have an option here to go and then you can download the report results directly as a CSV. You can download immediately, and you have one more option to go here and then choose your data to FTP as well. If you want to send this file to an FTP, you have an option as well to go and then do it an FTP. And you have one more option to send an email as well. You have an option to send an email as well. And you have one more option to go and then save this option and then save as a new report as well. So you have multiple options here in order to leverage. And if you want to check it out, there is some schedule options also available. But this schedule option I can showcase in another report. Let me go back. I'll showcase the schedule options. So let me go back. So I have not saved any report, but let me see if I can. So once I save this report, then you can see an option called schedule. Then this option you can leverage when you want to start the report and you want to run an every weekday or every weekend at so and so, every weekend on date at so and so, and what kind of delivery options you want, and whom do you want to send the email results. Or you want an option called email, you have an option called FTP, you have an option called local reports to save. So this is an option. Once you save the report, then you'll get an option of schedule, and you can see all this data as well. Right? This way you can manage and schedule your reports as well. So there's another option where you can look at your metrics, any snapshot of report results in a form of graphical visualization. You can look at a CSV. I don't know whether I have this report available or not, but let's see. So like this, you could manage your report with send an email and then export immediately, have a visualization snapshot, schedule option, save option as well. So like this, you could have everything which you could manage with multiple business values with different channels and different options you have as well. You can see the features of chart types, bar chart, line chart, pie chart. Some of the visualization of reporting snapshots also available in Marketing Cloud, which you could leverage as well, right? So let's go back to the activity that what I've done. So the activity is nothing but an audit. So what kind of activities you have done so far, and what kind of reports you have touched, what kind of reports you have managed, And we can see the history of what you have done, your schedule history as well. So you'll see all these options as a part of an activity, kind of an audit trail inside Marketing Cloud, especially on the reporting side. Okay, let's go back to the presentation. So there are some tips that I would like to give in terms of standard reporting. Basically, standard reports are very, very less. Where I work most of the times with enterprise companies where I never leverage standard reports, because every time my requirements comes with custom fields, custom data extension attributes. If you export any of the data in Marketing Cloud, the reports that what I've shown you, right? You export any data, but that data doesn't comes with any custom fields of data extensions. It only give you only the fields that what Marketing Cloud can support. You can't able to add any other fields. That's the drawback with standard reports. But there are some tips which I would like to give for understanding your tracking data. Uh, let's let's go step by step. Shorter date ranges with faster runs. So you give shorter date ranges for last 2 weeks, 30 days, then you will give a report generation times immediately. The maximum time that every report can generate, because you have plenty of subscribers with plenty of engagement data. Then these cases where I'm pretty sure that it will take a lot of time to run and then send you an email. It will almost take 3 hours, 4 hours as well, right? And other things are midnights or matters are really lot. So whenever you want to run the automation on the kind of reports, I would like to request everyone to do it on a midnight, because whenever the business is off and you're not seeing any of the send email activities, or your journeys are not running at that time, I would recommend to leverage the midnight activities. And for recipients, leverage semicolon. That way you could manage sending multiple people. Standard report for standard data extension. So the reporting capabilities are only available in standard data extension native. As I said, it's only native, it's available. You can't able to add custom data extension. That's a kind of considerations. And some reports are marked unavailable as a web pages. Like there are some selectable formats for file exports, or like sending to email or FTP. So make most use of it. Okay. Some reports won't available for make a download options or send email option to you. Use an FTP options. So nothing problem or nothing worries on that. Automation caveat. So reports are specific to single emails and typically that cannot be automated, but there are some automations where you could leverage your data extract activities at what I've showcased, leverage those, and then achieve these kind of uh, uh, reporting capabilities. Right. So you see normally in standard reporting of Salesforce, right? So when you connect with Marketing Cloud Connect, I would recommend whenever anyone connected to Marketing Cloud Connect, and you have an option as well. Some of the single email activity, send email activity, single email sends will go back to and sync with Marketing Cloud. So from Marketing Cloud also you have an option to go on the reports and then build some reports as well in Sales Cloud. But again, it has to be enabled Marketing Cloud Connect. Okay. So let's talk about, these are all the analytics in the reporting side for the Marketing Cloud, and I can showcase some more analytics as well at a journey builder stage. People want to see not only this, but you could see some reports directly in the journey builder as well. So suppose if I have a journey, right? So if this is one of the journey that I've created, so from here also you have an option to find out your journey analytics, which you can showcase how many number of sends, how many number of emails, opens, and all the stuff. So from here you can see I've sent total 6 unique opens, clicks, total clicks, and all the stuff. So you'll see delivery rate here as well. And at the same time, you have an option to check it out at the email activity summary as well. From here also you have an option to look at what are all the send activity information. We'll see contact processed, success, soft errors, hard errors, nothing but soft bounds, hard bounds, right? So it's a plenty small journey, but if you look at the big journey, you'll see the health option here. You have a journey analytics, and at the same time you have a health option as well. Health option will give you you can enter the contact key here. Automatically it will show you how many number of times and the contact has been entering to the journey. What are all the activities does the contact has done? So you could look at an individual subscriber level as well in terms of your health. You could leverage this health option to find out where your journey is struck, where your journey has been exactly sits with, and you can see some fancy information as well. Okay. So this is how the our extract the activities and send email activities complete KPIs inside Marketing Cloud. And let's go to the next topic. It's it's a UTM parameters. Everybody thinks that funny where exactly we could add the UTM parameters and what UTM parameters definitely can leverage. UTM parameters are plenty of options you have that gives a uh, lot of tracking ability for your downstream systems. Your analytics teams are really waiting for managing the content level UTM parameters and domain level UTM parameters. So you have an option to add the UTM parameters at content level. I can showcase that. If you build any email template, there are 5 to 6 UTM parameters by default you can add at the email level. I can just add that. So if I pick this template, I would like to add my UTM attributes. I can go and then add my UTM parameter set, my properties. So here I have an option. I can maximum add 5 UTM attributes here. You can add some additional email attributes. Maybe I can add my email address. Maybe I can add my customer key or subscriber key. I can add my other attributes. Maybe I can add my country code. I can add my language as well, or maybe any other stuff if you would like to add. So these informations will automatically capture as a part of your every link. Every link that what you're connected, it will be capture all these emails. These links will definitely help for the analytics team to manage their user interactions closely with the link parameters, right? So this is one option to manage your UTM parameters. The other option where you can do it one single way. You no need to enter every time for every email here. So you have an option to go and then use a parameter manager. You just clicked on setup. 99% of every email marketer can does the same thing. They could leverage an option called under Google Analytics integration. So I see under data management, you see parameter management. So this parameter management will give you an option. See in the content level, I added all the UTM parameters, right? So every email, it's a tedious task for us to manage everything. But here you have an option to add your UTM parameters all at a time. You see here, there are source, there is a medium, campaign, your terms, any IDs, SFM's ID, or any other thing if you would like to add, you can add as well. And here you have an ability to add the custom data extension attributes as well. It's not something that whatever Salesforce has given here, you can add custom as well. So you set up once here and automatically every link in the Marketing Cloud, every link that what you set it up in the Marketing Cloud will automatically take this UTM parameter for every link. Every link parameter, this will be embedded, irrespective that what you have designed. This is at org level. So most of the customers can leverage this at mostly customers. I mean, if they want to go with this, they'll go with, or else they'll go with the content level UTM, or else the other option, which they could design one separate data extension and then they'll add all the UTM parameters and they'll add these UTM parameters via AMP script. So these are all the three options where everyone can go ahead with based on the requirement. I would strongly recommend this as my first likable option. Second option with content. Third option is my AMP script option. Set it up one time here, it automatically render every link in the entire Marketing Cloud. So it's quite easy. So this way you could manage your UTM parameters to manage your tracking string applied to your brand tags and all your business units as well. Okay, let's go back to the next thing. So this is how the parameter manager will work. And let's talk about job link feature, right? So this is cool quite feature. This job link feature, how it works is normally this feature can be available. Let's suppose I sent an email. Okay, I sent an email, and Saurabh got an email, and Saurabh is looking at the email, and then Saurabh clicked on the link, and the links are missing. The link that what he is expecting is something which is not acceptable, and the link which he is clicking on, this is not the destination link that what he is looking for. He immediately informed to marketing head or marketing content team saying that you embedded with the wrong links, and the link that what I have clicked on is not the target results. then without sending one more email to all the subscribers, how to manage, how to change the exact links as well as the any of the headers of the image, the header of the email template or links of the email template. So let's showcase how it look like. So that's how the job link feature will help you out. Let's suppose this is one of the email. I have my header and I have my subject, content, and everything. I have my two buttons as well, one with recording, one with download slides. So sort of you're asking a question, right? So can the button inside the links can be trackable or not? That will be trackable. That I can showcase now. So you see here how the EDM works. You have a header image and you have the hero image and CTA links as well. So in original, you have the header image. You set it up this www.header.com that automatically captured in SFMC, something like this. Okay, and the destination is something. This is what it is look like, right? So sometimes where you really think that this is not the destination URL that what you're looking at, the destination URL that what you're looking at something different, but you unfortunately you have done some wrong at the header image. Unfortunately, you enter the wrong destination URL while sending an email to the subscribers. Don't worry about it. Using job link feature, which you could manageable easily without sending one more email to the subscriber, that I can showcase how it look like. Okay, let's go back to one of the email. Let me see. What I'll do is I'll go and then I'll create one journey. Okay, let me let me go back to let me go back to my content first. Okay, I'll take one normal template, maybe my VCF product template. So this what I'll do is I'll edit the content. I'll just delete this. I'll just delete this. Okay, I'll just click on done. I've clicked on save this. So here I have an options. One with in learn more, have a button. So here I've configured with google.com, but my target is epistogi.com. And I have a channel here. I've put my Singapore Marketers Group channel, but my channel I want to use some different channel. But I mean, unfortunately, I've used some different campaign and then I've set it up wrong links. Okay, just imagine I've set it up the wrong links, and I forgot to add the banner. Or else I added the wrong banner. Okay, let me add some banner. So maybe I'll keep. I'll put some banner here. I'll just click on done editing, click on save. So I've done saved, and I don't want to a preview stand test. I'll just click on save. I'll run through some journey. Okay, let's run through the journey. I'll take a duplicate. So what I've done is I've set up my banner. I set up my links as well. Okay. Now I'll go to my journey. I'll place one journey immediately. Let's draw some trigger journey. So let's go single send journey or transactional or multi-step. Let's pick some multi-step. Okay. Use a data extension. So I'm going to use my current data extension that what I have with six subscriber count, and I'll done. So here I'll quickly send an email. The email that what I would like to set it up, the one which I've set it up, VCF4. Okay, my content. Take a lot of time first. Okay, let me pick the existing message. So I'll choose this, the one which I have designed, and click advanced option and disabling everything, and I'll just schedule. And once, okay, I'll not use schedule. Let it be. Let's activate this. Okay, and once. So I would like to use the email attribute as entry source, phone number, and re-entry anytime option. I'm good. Let's cancel this. Let's click on activate. My activation successful. Let the system runs, and once I receives an email, then I'll showcase. But my expectation is I've entered the wrong header image, header image, and there's some wrong links. Okay. So once I receives an email normally, so let me see if I received an email. Nope, I haven't received an email. So let's see in the journey. So here you can see the event results as well. So how many contacts enters into the journey and how many contacts are accepted. So you'll see all the information, all the stats inside the journey as well. Build custom activities. Let's wait for 2 minutes, but let's see if anyone has any questions meanwhile. So let me tackle through this. Okay, do we have a subscriber level reports? Like if you want to subscribers engagement campaign wise, subscriber reports at campaign wise, yes, you do have an options, Dalisha. In the same reportings, you can just click on account send summary report or subscriber campaign level metrics. That engagement metrics are available. You could just go and then leverage it as well. What is the purpose to create a custom report? Good question. So custom report, I mean, there are plenty of 50 plus reports available, Vamshi. The custom report which can leverage if you want to add a combination of, if you want to add some level of if fields, let's suppose if you want to combine accounts and summary report versus unique clicks or unique opens. So you could combine all the reports, report parameters, and then you could build one custom report as well. So that's the best option, but the standard reports will definitely help you out to manage everything. I don't think you require any custom report. In my experience, I've not done any custom report because all my requirements are with data views. All my requirements are with automations. But anyhow, custom report is the one which you could leverage easily. I can showcase that. Let me take some duplicate. You can go to the reports again. So here I have nothing. So what I can do is I'll go to the catalog. So what I can do is I'll go here. So I have an option to audience engagement. See the campaign level metrics, campaign email tracking summary, and all the details. Let me see the custom one. So there is an activity with showcase here. Mm. Just give me a second. So the custom reports are the same thing, which you can see here. Another custom reports, but there are some things where from here there are some issues with from email studio. Some of the reports are no longer updated, so they're recommending to go ahead with analytics report builder with up to date. But custom reports are the one which you could leverage. Let me pick one: email send report. So custom reports are nothing but it gives the same flexibility that what the essential standard reports will give. Uh, but initially, it has an option to drag and drop the fields. But I'm not seeing that option in my arc. But you'll have an option to create a custom report, and then you can drag and drop the fields from the available catalog that what we have chosen, and then you could build a report as well. But custom report, nothing but you'll not get any custom fields in the red extension. You can leverage only the standard field that what the Salesforce has been giving us. Hope you got my query. Any limitations on sending reports whenever we need some customization? Yeah, that's what, Chandan. So there is a limitations with standard reports. The standard reports, as I said, we are make sure we can leverage for the small SMB or ESMB companies. But for enterprise companies, these custom reports, these standard reports won't be any value addition because, as I said, the standard reports will not give any kind of custom fields that you want to add. In Sales Cloud, you see here in a contact object, there are some standard fields, right? First name, last name, email, phone number, but you add some custom fields and you enter some data, and then that data will drag and drop automatically. The data will be visualized on the report. But unless in Marketing Cloud, it will not give you an option. You can't give it will not show you to drag and drop the custom fields. It'll just give you the standard report fields that what Marketing Cloud can support. It is possible to crack Marketing Cloud certification without Marketing Cloud training org. I mean, it's all based on the functional knowledge, but however, if a person has the hands-on experiences that what he is doing on a day-to-day activities, that definitely that gives a lot of experience to crack the exam. But Trailhead also will give you a lot of options to crack the exam as well. I can say that 60 there's a 50-50 options, Benedict. Experience, real-time experience will give you a lot of confidence to crack the exam. But functional, you always see something which is gone beyond that what you're expecting, right? So that's how it works. Uh, it is possible to crack Marketing Cloud. Yeah, I think that is done. Let's see if I get an email.
Fanin, there is one more question in the general section. Can there be a possibility of high open then delivered in tracking?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I've said, right? There are some possibility of tracking options. Like people will think I can see in one email there are some opens, and then there are some the different clicks I can see, different opens I can see. So in one of my slide in the best practices that what I've showcased, so you can see here click rate higher than open rate, and open rate is higher than the bounce rate, as such kind of things, right? So this is one of the main options. Everybody is seeing some sort of confusion. Why click rate higher than open rate? So I said opens are tracking using a tracking pixel in your emails. If a user has image is turned off, it will not be considered as an opened. This could be class clicks to be higher than opens. So this is something, one of the tip that we have to take care. And whenever you design any email template, so make sure you use your HTML page when creating email templates, and then check the track email open checkbox at the beginning of the email creation process. These are all really important, and the tips that tracking is really worth it to have it. Okay, don't forget this. I'll send this documentation as well. Let's use some of these tips for tracking, and then while building an email template, let's leverage very proactively. Any other questions?
No, I don't see any. No, thank you.
Okay, let's go back to my email. If I got an email, yes, I got an email here. So you see here, I got an email, and whenever I clicked on this, learn more. So it will take me to my Google, but unfortunately, this will go to my company's email address, right? So I did a mistake. So using job link feature, how I can go and then replace these links or replace this header image, right? So what I'll do is I'll go back to my content builder, and here I'll go back to my properties, and I'll click on my content. So here I'll have this dynamic content. I'll see what kind of image is this. So this image name is something like this. Let's go back to your content. content builder. Search your image with this. So this is the image that what you have. So here you have an option called actions. Click on replace. Replace this file with any one of the internal file you have. Maybe you could use. Click on upload and publish. You're done. You replace this file. And once you replace this file, take some minutes to update your emails. So whenever I go to this, I clicked on refresh again my email. Okay, I clicked on this web email. So automatically within a fraction of minutes, this banner will be updated with this link, the new image, without sending one more email to all the subscribers. The job link feature or the replacement of the job link feature will help you out to manage your entire replacement without doing any further actions. At the same time, in the email as well, if I can go back, it'll take some time, guys. It'll not done immediately. It'll take some time to reflect the changes. At the same time, and go to this learn more. If I'm going to add this, the image that the link that what I have added. So here I'll go and then add my pitchtoki.com. Click on done. Click on done editing and click on save. So I've done the save. Now this will go to my perfect destination URL. At the same time, I have some URLs here. Let's suppose this is one of the channel. Visit our channel. This is one of the URL here. I want to replace this. You have one more option, not only for this here. You can go to your respective email metrics. You can go to your email. Let's go to your email. I can show you where you can go and then change the links of the destination URLs as well. Click on tracking, click on sends. So now what we have done is we have done our send through Journey Builder. Just click on Journey Builder sends. Under Journey Builder sends, you have an option here. See with Kolkata reporting. So I can new journey 2022. This is the one. A lot of time. So here, when I clicked on this, no, this one. So this is the one that I have activated recently with VCF for product template, right? I've clicked on this journey level metrics. So from here, I have an option. See, I have an option here, the metrics that what I have, and I have an option here. So this is the one that I have applied here. You can see here, the banner has been updated with the new. And let's see if it'll apply it. It'll take time, but it does. That's how we manage everything. But it applied inside Marketing Cloud. It'll take some time to update again. And here we have an option, conversations. Click activity. So let me go to my tracking. I'll see an option because my tracking time will take some time to get all my analytics, but I'll pick one of this. And I'll showcase how to add the links for a single template. So you see the job links here, right? You just clicked on the job links. So in the job links, you have an option to change your URL. You see there's URLs in your template, right? So you can just click on one of your URL ID, and then from here you can add that. You can just delete these parameters because these are all some of the URL parameters that I applied for. I don't want to apply these things. I'll just add my destination URL, that what I'm looking for. So once I add this and click on save, automatically for the respective button that what I have applied for, this is automatically, the changes of this will automatically apply to your epistoki.com, the one which you have designed, right? So it automatically takes you this. Initially it is Google, it will take some time to reflect the changes, but within a couple of minutes it automatically updates your new changes as well. Because it's my org is very lightweighted. If you have an enterprise org, so enterprise org will reflect the changes immediately. And then you see this is how the job link feature which help you out to manage your destination URLs or any header images with more proactively, not resend again the same email to subscribers, which loses your business, which loses your prospect as well, right? So that's how you can manage, and this job link feature will help you out to quickly replace images, and you can go to the sends, and then from here you can go and then add the images of the respective through job links. So this was a job link feature in Marketing Cloud, and let's go back to our presentation. So that's how it works. You can see the links and the headers and all the images of the EDM platform which you could manage using a job link feature. Okay. So again, that's it from our session today, team. Thank you for the opportunity for all the folks who have joined, and have a good, fruitful session, I believe. Hope you learned something good from this session, couple of use cases, couple of best practices. And once again, thank you for the opportunity, Kolkata WIT team, special to Kathy, Swati, and Anurag, and rest of the folks. Thank you.